All right. Glasses crew, sans me with no glasses, is back
Yeah, how are
again
we the
today.
glasses crew?
We are not the glasses crew, but you are one half of the glasses crew.
It's nuts.
That's how it is.
I'm just gonna take this as disrespect.
It's not disrespect at all.
I'm gonna just take it as disrespect.
In fact, I believe you can see those are just what, blue light blockers.
First of all, dog, I yes, these are blue light blockers, but I do have actual
Oh,
glasses.
you don't need no prescription. You can see 2020 perfectly, 100%.
I appreciate you speaking that into my life. I'm blind as a bat. Like don't drive at night type blind.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yikes. All right, Showmonger, you're gonna send us a notification that you were here 30 minutes early and then not show up right when it comes on. That's cool.
That is crazy.
See how it is. All right, what
The
are we
lack
doing
of
first?
dedication is astounding.
Very astounding. All right, what are we doing first?
I would like to go behind the cape if we could.
Got a lot to talk about behind the cape for sure.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Hold
shit.
on, let me get a few
Versus
things
Jonas.
situated here before you fire off. Why don't you tell the people who we are in case we got any new viewers today? Remind them to smash that like button, smash it. We're here every Sunday afternoon.
You just told them to smash the like button.
Yeah, yes, I did, but I was, encouraging you to do so as well.
Smash the like button. Is that what you have to do? Are we YouTubers
smash
now?
it? I'm saying,
Go ahead and smash the like button. Are we
YouTubers now? Smash the like button, bro. Smash it.
I can go back to adding reactions to the thumbnails.
Just crush it.
We're gonna talk about a story. I'm gonna have you like,
yeah.
From the YouTubers for real. Mofly Production says, yeah, they got Diddy, but let's not forget the Epstein documents and the people who was with him.
I'm trying to figure out, man, how, because those indictments are it's very, very neat, very tight. It doesn't really seem like there's very much upward mobility, at least not right now. So that's very interesting. It's almost as if Diddy never had a boss. Interesting.
Very interesting. Let's see here. And then Mr. YouTube 92. What up? Twilight of the Gods was another Zack Snyder classic. Evil Thor kicked ass.
Have been hearing nothing but great things about Twilight of the Gods. Shout out to MoFly for the recommendation. I've been in and out of the house all weekend traveling, so I will have a chance tonight and sit down probably and break into that. Also, I need to start watching The Penguin. Apparently the Penguin's the shit. Hearing real mixed stuff about Agatha. It's I think your usual characters are still cautiously optimistic, and then most of the internet fodder is that it sucks. So I don't know where to go.
Okay. By the way, we are back of the bus. This is Marcus on the right. Obviously, it's Josh on the left. Yeah, I guess we can get started with Behind the Cape. I've got the bookmarks pulled up for most of these things. So if you're ready, I'm ready.
Let's get into it.
All right, let's pull this up and present. Where's the tab? There it is.
On the tab, bro. Oh, shit. Hold on.
What do you mean, hold on? No, go ahead. Right when I pull up the screen, you're just going to leave?
Do your thing.
That's crazy.
Do your thing.
I was just about to say Behind the Cape.
Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
I'm not 21. I'm 25. Anyway.
Wow.
Behind the Cape. All right, let's just get started with the supposed Avengers Doomsday plot, according to Exiled Scooper here. Would you?
Hey, Exile, I'm gonna start needing some of this to hit pay dirt because I'm starting to get suspicious on how quickly these posts are gaining engagement and getting heaved to the forefront of the algorithm so quickly for such an unproven source.
I think you're also bookmarking their tweets.
Yeah, I am. I have been. I'm following.
So
I'm following.
Like, you like Exiled Scooper.
And I'm liking at the same time. But I think that well, let's read it. Let's just go ahead and break it down.
All right, so the Avengers, Thunderbolts, along with the Fantastic Four, join forces to fight Doctor Doom, who is journeying across the multiverse to increase his power, causing incursions in his wake. Doctor Doom eventually realizes Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the actual chosen one, savior, messiah of the multiverse, and realizes that Spider-Man is destined to one day defeat him in battle. Doom wants to kill Spider-Man to stop the prophecy and absorb his power. Dr. Doom and his army of Doombots travel to invade and destroy Earth 616 along with the Avengers. Doom eventually destroys all of reality and merges the surviving universes into Battleworld under his command. Okay, so then this means that Spider-Man 4 would probably be in some way, shape, or form integral to this entire thing. Yes,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. No. It would make
Especially if
Tom
he's the
Holland
chosen
the nexus of all of this. It would make him the star of this phase. I mean, seems somewhat coherent, I believe. Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four join forces to fight Doom. How does that happen?
How does the Fantastic Four
How do we
end
just
up?
how do we just spawn into that situation? The Avengers, the Thunderbolts, and the Fantastic Four join forces to fight Doctor Doom. So right now, I have questions. What Avengers? The Thunderbolts should be dead, and if they're not dead, then the Thunderbolts, the movie, probably sucked. Let's see here. Who else? The Fantastic Four. They're not in this universe. How did they get here? How did you get here?
The magic of the multiverse.
Where the fuck did you come from? I don't know how this is supposed to. This feels like something that's got to be years off, though. Like, we're nowhere near this happening, not even remotely. We haven't even seen the Fantastic Four yet. So how do we get to this by the next Avengers movie?
Okay, so then obviously Spider-Man 4, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. Wait, Spider-Man 4, Fantastic Four, and Thunderbolts are going to have to play a huge part in this.
They will all have to play into this. Like, each one of those films would have to directly tie into this narrative. And we would know it very early.
Literally, the next movie would have to tie into this somehow with Captain America. Is that the next movie?
Well, yeah, because if they're saying the Avengers are going to be part of it.
And he's going to be supposedly
Robert Downey's Doom is not 616. He's not Earth 616's Doom or Tony or whatever. He's not of the universe that we know. So if he is going to be the impetus of all of this, then he's probably a lot of the background story of how he did it. If we're to believe this is the way that they're going, is going to have to come after the incursion, right? You would think if this is where they're going, then it's going to have to happen suddenly, unexpectedly. Something happens at the end of Captain America. Something happens at the end of Fantastic Four. Just something happens at the end of Thunderbolts that's all interconnected, and it's driven by Robert Downey Doom.
Now, the question is, do you trust them to wrap things up into this that quickly?
I mean,
like literally everything by the end of each movie has to connect into this.
Dog, they're 100 million, potentially 200 million leveraged in. You better hope they do.
I don't.
You better hope and pray that they do.
Based on previous phases, I don't see that happening. And then what do some of these other things have to do with that? Like Agatha coming out now. Like, does that have anything to do with anything that we're currently seeing right now? So. Probably not.
I don't believe so. Agatha, I think, is meant to start building up the more mystical side of the MCU. So that's probably, unfortunately, probably more closer tied to Blade than any of this stuff. But I just don't know, man. This is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. On to some more solidified things, I guess. Let's talk about. Let's see. Let's scroll through these. Black Mirror. And again, we'll talk about this too at some point, I'm sure. I don't know
that was actually in my dubs and nails, but yeah, we can talk about it for sure.
I mean, well, no, we can talk about it in W's and L's. I saw that this morning and I was like, damn. Anyway, let's not talk about it yet. Black Mirror, which is one of my favorite shows on Netflix, even though they take extended breaks like Kendrick Lamar dropping albums, has a cast list for season 7. And it's quite the cast list, which includes Issa Rae, unfortunately Aquafina, Paul Giamatti, Rashida
Love Paul
Jones, Tracee
Giamatti,
Ellis
top 5
Ross.
actor for me.
He's a very good character actor. Rashida Jones, Tracee Ellis Ross, those are the names that popped out to me right away.
Great. I love this list. Love this list. I think I seen in another breakdown that a few of the episodes are going to be feature length.
Yes, I think at least 2 of them.
Yeah, man, this shit is gonna go.
And then one of them is going to be a sequel of the USS Callister, I think is what it was called.
Yes, yeah,
where they're on the spaceship. So one of them is going to be a continuation of that episode. So I'm hearing good things, but Black Mirror also hasn't been doing the greatest. At least of their last season. And
their last season wasn't the greatest. I don't think it was so bad that we need to jump off the bandwagon, but it wasn't the best.
And then Bandersnatch wasn't amazing.
Was that the video game?
Yeah, the Choose Your Own Adventure Netflix.
Oh, god damn it. That shit was crazy.
But I think if they can get back into the thing that made them great, which was stories based in possible near future technology based stories, I think they can get back into their bag and deliver something crazy.
They are leveraging heavy into the star power of the cast. I think that you're hitting the nail on the head. They got to kind of get back to some of the more scientific or not even just scientific. Like when I started watching Black Mirror, that first season, it was more like extreme instances of individual moral capacity, right? It's putting you in these weird situations where you kind of have to decide, like the things that people say are important to them or things that they would do or you know, things that are considered common sense or just common decency. What happens when you're put into a stressful situation and we put all of those norms to test? Do they come out the same way? Do you actually hold firm on the way that you say you do? And so they kind of got away from that and kind of leaned a little bit more on the shock value that they were getting out of some of those situations. And I think that was the wrong way to go narratively. I think you lean more into the morality questions, the duality in some of the characters that they have on there, right? The conflicts that arise from some of the situations on there. They had a damn politician porking a pig.
Yeah,
right. Like, but he had to do it though, because his daughter's life was on the line. And ask yourself, would you pork a pig? Now ask yourself, would you pork a pig to save your daughter's life? Yeah, that was the type of shit that people glued to Black Mirror. And if they get back to that, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. You don't need to do anything extra. You'll need to create a virtual world where two best friends can kiss each other.
Yeah, and you know, now that I think about season 6, there was a couple of things that I thought was pretty good. Like the episode with Aaron Paul and Josh Hartnett, where they're like in space, but then they switch, and one of them they have one body, and so like they got to switch. I thought that was a pretty good episode, and you know, there was a couple of good ones. So I don't want to say
it was some good in there. There was some stuff that was in there that was clearly just in there for eyeballs and clicks. Like well, you know what? I didn't mind Miley's episode where like they was like keeping her on ice. She was like a pop star that was like kept out of the limelight. She was really deteriorating, but they had like a double or something like that. I think that's what that was.
Miley was the pop star one, wasn't it?
The pop star one, yeah. And she ended up escaping at the end and letting everybody know that the whatever they were seeing wasn't really her.
Was that 6?
I think so. Maybe not. It was 5 or 6. It was one of the more recent seasons, though.
I don't see it on here. It was 5, season 5.
Okay,
that came out with also Bandersnatch or around that same time.
Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, still, that wasn't too bad. It kind of felt like a Disney Channel original movie though at times. I'll be honest. A good one, but like still at the same time.
I was about to say Disney Channel originals used to hit. I don't know what
Yeah.
Disney Channel is making right now. Like those joints used to smack.
They sure did. Every
Every
month
season
you
used
tune
to
in.
have one. Yeah, man. They was going. What you had? You had not Xena. What was it? The space girl.
Xenon.
Xenon. There you go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. My heart go boom, boom. My supernova girl. That was
Oh
when Raven
man.
reintroduced herself as a teenager and not as a little kid.
That song pops in my head very rarely, but it pops in my head
Zoom, zoom. You
randomly.
had Smart House,
Smart House is
right? You know, I
amazing. I
remember
didn't
Smart House.
realize that the person who was the Smart House was Leela from Futurama slash Married with Children. Peggy Bundy.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
right.
realize that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yep. The house was her. Yeah.
Yep.
Jump,
Okay.
jump. The house is jumping. Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami is a classic.
Woo! What they know
Brink.
about Johnny Tsunami?
Brink.
Brink. Yeah, what y'all know about Brink?
Brink is fire.
What was
Up and away. We got to do an up and away
Up
review.
and
at some
away?
point.
Yes, for sure. Up and away. What was the movie with the girl with the funky ass crossover when she was doing this shit about the basketball
that
players?
Shit was so nasty. Let me see if I can find that clip.
I was like, if somebody got hit with that shit for the game,
crazy.
You're kicked off the team. You are kicked off the team.
It was like it wasn't twinning. What was that shit called? I'm gonna find it. But anyway, let's continue.
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Do we got any comments we need to?
Let's see here. Did you see the preview for Castlevania Nocturne season 2?
I did not. Did you?
My wife actually watches that. She's fond of Castlevania. I've seen parts of. I think I got the first 3 episodes of season 1. So I don't be trying to hop ahead. I didn't watch the trailer for season 2 just yet because I haven't finished season 1.
Well, I didn't mean to actually play it, but yeah. Anyway,
it usually gives me pretty good recommendations though, so I'll have to check it out.
Thank you, Chillmonger. You a real one.
Double teamed. There you go.
Somebody has it to where it actually shows that specific scene. Worst basketball scene. Okay, that's it, but it's like really shitty quality. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
All right, hold on for obvious ads.
This scene is so mind-blowing, I still can't believe it. She is 6 feet behind the line, right? Looks like nobody's guarding her. We'll see. There's 6 seconds, right?
6 seconds, okay.
Pretend the clock is going as slow as it is in this scene. The buzzer should have expired right now. The game is over. The game is over. She hasn't moved.
All right.
What is that? Who does that in basketball? I've never seen that in basketball before. Coach is yelling something. We're about 10 seconds past the buzzer now. Revving the engine here, apparently.
Revving the engine is crazy.
Oh, so here comes the help. Apparently nobody
is still doing it.
So instead of going to the hoop and now she's inside the 3-point line. How did she get there? How did she get there? We're now 25 seconds past the buzzer.
MJ face right
jab.
now. She got 30
kind of a nice jab.
Steph Curry.
Behind the back.
Behind the back.
And
pass.
this is
Perfect.
a travel. And the game-winning shot that takes
Pass
place
Klay Thompson for
45
the winner.
seconds after the buzzer.
Killed it.
As somebody who plays basketball or anybody who watches basketball, this is sickening.
That wouldn't happen whatsoever. That is insane. She literally sat there for 20 seconds just doing this.
Cinema gold. That is cinema, my friends.
That was disgusting. All right. Anyway, I need to clean my palate now. Let's watch a different cinematic trailer. Cinematic gold.
Oh, I am so hype about this movie. Oh,
you and I both.
About this movie.
We are going to watch Den of Thieves 2. It is probably going to be copywritten, so sorry, replay.
Come on, Lionsgate. I'm hyped.
I don't know. I mean, for us right now in the live, we're good, but like, it'll probably be copywritten
on the back end
or for the
a lot of money
anyway.
on the back end.
I caught Den of Thieves on accident one time. I saw 50 Cent while I was channel surfing one time, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Turns out it was one of the best movies that I've seen. Just
Bruh, it was like Gerard Butler was on this kind of like weird run. He was doing like Gods of Egypt and I think what was that, Geostorm? I think it was, or no, Greenland. Greenland. It was doing the weird run of films where it was kind of like, I think he did the sequel to Olympus Has Fallen, and it was just very up and down. Den of Thieves was snuck in there as a quiet, underrated banger. It's one of them that's like, you got to be a real movie head to have watched this first film when it first came out. Like, you actually watch movies if you've seen Den of Thieves, because it's one of them things you gonna look at it, you gonna be like, this looks like a generic cop film.
Yeah,
and put it right away. Right, generic corrupt cop. I don't know. That's okay.
Writing was impeccable.
Fam, the way that they hid the lead character until the third act of the movie, I said, "Oh, y'all, he's a bad boy. O'Shea Jackson is a bad boy," and that was very early in his acting career, man. I am so excited to see the follow up to this movie.
His first role is up there with obviously Straight Outta Compton. So,
woo, he was a bad boy in this movie, man. Very deceptive. I believed it the entire time. Like, he fooled me. I'm talking,
and the explanation, or as they were rolling out what was actually happening behind the scenes. Crazy.
I'm not saying it's a 1-to-1. It's not the same, but it gave me feelings of Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects. How that motherfucker just limping. How we gonna get it together? And now we're just walking. I'm Kaiser Soze.
Yeah. Yep.
And you'll never see me again. I'm not a 1-to-1, but that's kind of where I was. That's what I felt. That's what I was getting.
Facts.
Sure.
All right, let's go ahead and watch it.
When I grew up, I got a gun. I got a badge. I started a hunt. He got over on me. No one gets over on me. Hey, stop. Freeze there.
This is your suspect?
No.
No?
No.
There's a reason why you're all here. We're here to rob the World Diamond Center. Over 50 billion in diamonds moves through here each year. This will be our biggest job on the continent.
Grab a seat. Cracks me up when people pull guns on people. You're not a killer. I am.
Word around the LA streets is that they fired your ass.
I'm broke. And I'm sick of being a hunter. So your next job, I'm gonna do it with you. Set it up.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, real quick. I was just gonna say,
I don't trust it.
They're doing an awful lot of giving up some of the things.
Yeah, you feel like they're giving up the plot, right? I don't trust it, and not from this production. I don't trust it at all.
Facts.
See, like, he's just that. The way that he found the other dude is that, yeah, he may be a little dirty, but he's very meticulous. Very particular. He hunted that dude down. He did some really good investigative work. I think if he thinks he's going to get dude, I don't even remember what was his name. You remember what his name was?
You mean O'Shea's character?
Yeah, O'Shea's character. I don't even remember his name. But if he thinks he's going to get him just by brute force, it's not going to go that way. So he's like, man, I got to think long game. Let me get in here. He'd probably fuck around, go to his boss and be like, hey, fire me. Fire me.
Yeah.
We could officially, it could be like an administrative leave. But you tell everybody that you fired me so that the word spreads and I can be free for a minute to go hunt this motherfucker. And he'll be like, oh, well, he ain't even a cop no more. He could do whatever with him. and he'll let me in. He'll trust me. That way, when I get in, then we can take him down and put him away forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't trust him. Look, he got that face. Look at his face.
Facts.
He do look like Hugh with the beard.
They do. All right.
We have a problem.
Marlboro Man. How'd you guys meet?
Crazy.
Tinder, actually.
Tinder is crazy.
You in the most secure building in continental Europe.
There's only one place they're not looking.
Oh, bravo.
These streets, they're different. And if a mistake is made, only blood is paid.
It's not about the money. It's about the challenge.
Stand by.
Can I get in and get out
3, 2, 1.
without anyone even knowing I was there? You feeling it?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Watch our 6.
Mac. To drive, you sure? Call out brakes.
Copy. And the cop goes gangster.
Hey. Dinner Thieves 2 Panthera. I like it. I like it.
So, first of all, obviously, we're expecting double crosses and triple crosses and crazy shit.
Yeah, I do not. It can't be as straightforward as the trailer just presented it, because that's not what this story is predicated on. So,
Yeah.
I'm geeked to see where that goes for sure.
Agreed. And I thought it was interesting that we had just recently talked about, there not being any huge amount of action stars and stuff like that. But I think they're proving that you can kind of make a quality action packed movie without needing to depend on.
Yeah, I don't know if Gerard is a star. He's a star. He's a star. Is he an action star? Is he Schwarzenegger? Is he Cruise? I don't think that.
Yeah,
but
so you can make a good action-packed movie with.
Yeah, but he can make a good movie for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Even though Gerard was Leonidas. Did it these 3 Diddy doo-wop. Fam, stop it. Stop.
Man.
Stop it. All right.
Going under the jail.
Facts. Okay. That was Den of Thieves 2. Okay. Let's talk about the Black Panther 3 rumor. Apparently it's been greenlit and it's supposed to come out sometime after.
Bullshit. That's Marvel updates. If we're skeptical about scoopers, I'm definitely skeptical about goddamn a Twitter account that's associated is 0% to Marvel. Right. Other than their name, Marvel updates. But prospect of Ryan Coogler coming back on for Panther 3. Now that seems to run counter to a lot of the other rumors we were getting about them deciding to go back to T'Challa post Secret Wars. And if we're to believe this rumor, this film is going to happen post Secret Wars. So then I don't see how those two things could run concurrently.
Yeah.
I don't see how Ryan Coogler could be back. We want T'Challa back post Secret Wars. Ryan Coogler's going to do that. I don't. Everything we've heard from that man, it's not going to happen. It actually seems like the attitude, the demeanor, which is not really hard to surmise how it happened, but that same sort of attitude and demeanor towards the character has permeated through other sectors of Black Hollywood. It's unfortunate, but again, without having to go back and relitigate his stance on it, we know what it is. So I don't see how both of those things could be true. Either they're truly not going back to T'Challa. Yeah, it did get a community post. No, it absolutely did. Either we're going back to T'Challa and Ryan Coogler's not going to be back, or we're not doing the T'Challa thing and Ryan Coogler's going to be back. We're not getting both. So I don't know if anybody was hoping and praying for that to be a thing, but if you were, I don't know, bro.
Who
I
knows?
don't know. If you don't know, I don't know.
This is yeah, you definitely should Inner Chakra. Please do. You're in for a treat.
Very good movie. Very good movie. I don't want to give away too much, but
Right.
definitely sit down and crack a cold one.
All right, let's talk about Amanda the Adventurer, the movie.
I'm sorry. What is this?
Son.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a video game out there called Amanda the Adventurer, and this is basically that in movie form. Even I think Amanda is black, so like I don't know, found that interesting. Anyway,
Son, check this out. I got something for you.
Welcome to Mr. Crockett's World.
Not Amanda's World, Mr. Crockett's World.
No. The video game is called Amanda the Adventurer. This is called Mr. Crockett.
Got something for you.
Okay.
Welcome to Mr. Crockett's World.
A friend like you is a friend like me.
Whenever you're in trouble.
He's coming!
He must be watching us. He's killing parents and taking more kids.
Go on, my child.
Is that Quinta? This little girl from not Quinta.
House now.
That's where is she
Definitely
from?
not Quinta.
Oh hell.
All right.
Damn, I didn't see the video game. What video game were you talking about?
Okay, let me see if I can find like a trailer of it.
You set it up as the video game, and then we watched Mr. Crockett.
No. We watched Mr. Crockett, but it's so similar to this video game. All right, let's see if it'll show it. Can't get through the ad. Sorry. This is definitely not it. All right.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
Can I share a secret with you?
Oh hell
You trust me?
Oh no! Wooly had an accident!
Amanda.
We saw so many things today!
So it's very similar. The TV show is taking the kids.
It's upsetting my spirit.
Yeah, it's a little, but so was the other show. So was Mr. Crockett. They're both a little. They're horror. It's a horror game. It's a horror movie.
Amanda would pat Crockett ass up. It's crazy.
He might not be wrong.
See, Antoine Fuqua was the next director of Black Panther 3. I would take it. I really enjoy the Equalizers.
I would too. Okay, where are we at? Should we talk Bo de Mayo? Should we talk the Bo de Mayo?
Yeah, people want to hear Bo de Mayo. Let's talk. I mean, that's a good segue, right? From Black Panther on to Bo de Mayo.
All right, let's see if I can find the tweet here. We should probably talk about Key and Peele at some point.
I don't know if it's in the bookmarks, but I did get sent by a couple different people. Chill sent it
in the DMs.
Yeah, we got a couple of them, but don't do that off screen. You just get it up.
Ain't no telling what's in your DMs.
It's ain't anyways. It ain't. Just find it.
Some craziness up in here.
But yeah, Bo had something to say on Twitter again about the X-Men 97 continuity snafu. Bo was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why they was trying to make excuses. Like, it was my decision. Oh, really, Bo? Do tell. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you got it. Let me see. Let's see what Bo has to say for himself as to why continuity was ignored.
I don't know
Character
why.
was replaced.
I don't know why Marvel had certain directors trying to spin and lie about this, but we produced X-Men 97 season 1 in early 2021. The loss of Boseman weighed heavily on the studio as well as on me as a black man. Felt too soon to do T'Challa. Put humanity before continuity.
Fam. Now, let's look at this again, because this is the exact same thing. This is the exact same argument I had about Storm and about Bishop and about Sunspot. You care about continuity for all of these other characters, and the only aberrations to continuity that you make is to the black ones, and you have an excuse for every single one of them. Oh, why did I break canon for Storm? I don't know. We still haven't gotten an answer on that, because the whole, I always wanted to be human horse shit. Like, what are you even talking about? Anyways, Sunspot story completely flipped on his head, and he's like barely black. Right? Like barely. Phenotypically, he's barely black.
Yeah.
Why did we change that? It was a self-report. Sunspot was the vehicle by which you drove yourself. Now you telling me you're a black man. You felt afflicted by Chadwick Boseman's passing so much that you couldn't reproduce a character that has existed for decades before Chadwick Boseman ever played him. But that hit you so much as a black man, you couldn't put that character back into your project. But hold on, black man. Why didn't all that blackness come out in your personal character vehicle of Sunspot? Where was all that black pride when Bishop needed a role in X-Men 97? When he needed to be something more than a time-traveling taxi? Where was all that black man energy then? And then even if I'm taking you at your word, and it was like, hey, look, because he never claims to have known Chadwick or had a personal relationship with him. He says the death affected the studio and his production personally to him because he was a black man. I'm just trying to figure out when it's okay to recognize that you're a black man and when it's not okay. Because see, when we was recognizing you as a black man that was sidelining Storm for most of the season and made her superpower humility, then it wasn't time for you to be black. It was, you can be black and powerful without fighting. It was about empathy, blah, 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 blah. Nonsense. When we're changing Sunspot's background story, right? When we're driving him away from his activist father and his death being the driving force, it somehow becomes a story about his sexuality. Where did the blackness go? Because it seems like the only time that you want to remember about some blackness stuff is when you're very clearly following. And I'm not saying that he took a company directive, because it doesn't sound that way. What I'm saying is you absolutely were in line with what the studio wanted in that nature as well, and it had absolutely nothing to do with emotions. Has nothing to do with emotions at all. Humanity over continuity, fam. Oh,
so Chillmonger actually literally just DM'd me like a couple minutes ago and sent me this tweet. Yeah, like I said, today the decision likely to be different. You also have to think about the crew on Wakanda Forever who were close / worked with him, what they were grieving as humans while making Wakanda Forever.
They aren't working on your project. This shit makes me sick, fam. The fact that they get to wave that in front of us as if it's not fair, man. These were coworkers. And while I understand, if he would have just left it at, we were doing this in 2021, it was too close, boom. All this I'm a black man stuff, I gotta stick up for the cast and crew. The cast and crew of Wakanda Forever is not Chadwick Boseman's family. They are not his family. You, as a consumer, may consume their relationship as something that it truly is not. But you should have infinitely more concern about what his grieving parents, his widow, his brothers, his nieces and nephews felt about how his legacy was being handled in the aftermath of his passing, as opposed to some people that worked with him.
The irony
this is mind numbing. The marching out of these people and their so-called grief, right? Because we're supposed to be sensitive to it, but you're holding up as a human shield for a decision that you made. This was your decision. This didn't have anything to do with Lupita or Denai Guerrera or Winston Duke. None of them had shit to do with what you were doing. What this is telling me is that they probably had an influence on you. That's the only thing that I can surmise, because they are in no way, shape, or form connected to this project in any capacity. So why are they being considered about something that you are doing on a completely unrelated project in Marvel? The only way that I can see that possible is if you invite in their feedback on the issue.
Yeah. The irony in comparing
this is crazy, yo.
The irony in comparing this to the Heath Ledger situation, when those two things aren't even the same at all, right?
What does this have to do with Heath Ledger? And they
my
didn't
point.
retire the Joker. They didn't go into the very next production where the Joker was needed and say, "Oh my God, we are so emotionally handicapped by the loss of our friend that we can no longer work, that we can't work unless we strike this character's memory from all halls of this company. It's the only way that we can function here." This is starting to get less and less reasonable in understanding. Again, we're traveling time right now. He's trying to put us back in the mindset of the direct aftermath of Chadwick Boseman's passing. And if he would have left it at that, it would have been fine. What I'm not going to hear is, "Oh, but the cast and crew of Wakanda Forever." But what are you talking about? The cast and crew of Wakanda Forever got to handle their production the way that they saw fit, to my dismay. But they got to work in a comfortable condition. Their grief, which can't be measured, which can't actually be quantified or given a timetable on when it's not going to affect, cannot be a driving force for what happens on other projects. And I'm sorry, it was almost like you were taking offense to people questioning your blackness when we were talking about Storm and Bishop, but now you're all too readily to offer it up as an excuse for this. I don't like this at all. You don't got to be pro-black like me, but if you're going to try to be pro-black like me, you probably should be consistent.
Facts. Okay. Let's go ahead and discuss Batman, since that got brought up. Let's see. Batman 2, the script has been finished and filming begins early next year.
Cool. Shout out to Matt Reeves.
Shout out to Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Pattinson. We'll see what's going on there, I guess. I did hear a note that whatever is going on in the Penguin series is more than likely going to lead into the second installment of the Reeves Batman. Okay. So that'll be dope. I'm hearing pretty good things about the Penguin. We'll have to check it out.
For sure. Okay, Batman. Let's go on to Squid Game. Yeah, this definitely ain't getting played on no recaps. So thank you for joining the live.
Squid Game Season 2, folks. Why you ain't shoot? Ain't that what you got the gun for? I know that's who you were waiting on.
게임 준비가 완료됐습니다.
day after Christmas,
which is crazy.
That's beautiful marketing. Beautiful marketing.
Now
everybody gonna be home. They're gonna be wanting to watch something. All the Christmas stuff. They're gonna want to get all that Christmas stuff out their system. Here's a palate cleanser.
Yes. My thing about the trailer is they made it basically seem like it's the same exact as season 1, but you know it's not going to be.
Yeah, it can't be. Like I'm asking. I'm like, how did they get your ass again? How did they get you again? Like after he told them to F off before he got on that plane, I felt like now you're probably focusing on taking them down. You ending up back in the game is not what I had. It's not. I didn't have that on my bingo card, so I'm interested to see what happens there. Squid Game in the hood. I don't even. What does that look like? What are the games?
Does the game have to be any different? It's probably more brutal because
well, if we're specifying the setting of the hood, I think the games would be different. Yeah.
1-on-1, 21.
Playing 21 in Squid Game, and if you lose, if you get scored on, you get shot.
Dominoes or spades.
Spades to the death.
That's crazy. That's
nice. That's nice.
Okay. We have. Do you have the Romeo and Juliet thing in your bookmarks?
Yeah, I thought I did. We don't even have to pull it up because the article was a bunch of word salad. It honestly wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Basically they took some statements from her. What is her name? Let's not call her.
The girl from Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, no.
That's her name.
Not her name.
Her name is Francesca Amawuda Rivers.
There we go, Francesca. So Francesca has some choice words. She said, she was letting people know about the vitriol that she was receiving behind co-starring in Romeo and Juliet with Tom Holland. Talking about it, she also got some death threats. Said some things need to change. Again, it wasn't a very well written article. It was basically just that. The reason why I wanted to talk about it is because I'm finding myself asking, because I think we asked when this initially happened, and we gave him a little bit of bail and said that he's not responsible for the vitriol online. Probably would help if he, would say something
against it.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt. Ewan McGregor at least did that for Moses Ingram. It's just not a. You think it's not too much sweat off of his back, unless you think there are some of your fan base within that crowd that's attacking her, and you don't want to piss them off. So I'm just posing the question, whereas in all other stages that we see Tom Holland, he's as put together and as prepared as you can be. Seems to be a little bit of a blind spot. It seems like this could grow into something louder if she continues to get the kind of, hatred around, which I don't imagine it's going to slow down. The closer we get to this film coming out, when the trailer comes out and teasers come out, it's only going to ramp up more. If he continues to just let her take it on by herself, again, which is he's well within his rights to do so. But I think people are naturally going to assume or start putting some of the blame on him for allowing it to kind of spin out like that.
For sure. Absolutely. This comment was insane.
Will be Chris Rock, and only contestants will be Will Smith.
And then the Batman is overrated. Pattinson never came across as intimidating. Scott Adkins should have been the new Batman.
I like him as I like him kind of as Batman. I don't like his Bruce Wayne. I think his Bruce Wayne is god awful. I think he does to Bruce Wayne what Andrew Garfield did to Peter Parker. It's not realistic, right? Like Garfield to me looked like he was the 6'4" wing player on his high school basketball team. He looks like he dated one of the mean girls. He looks like he drove his dad's classic SS Camaro to school. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a loser. He's not diminutive of size. He doesn't look punitive. He doesn't give off the nerd feel that you should be getting from Peter Parker. That's what allowed Peter Parker to hide as a teenage Spider-Man so well, because nobody believed that this scrawny kid was out here fighting Rhino, fighting Electro, fighting Doc Ock. Nobody could put that together, right? It didn't do that for me with Garfield. Same thing with Pattinson in my eyes. It's like when he's in the suit, it's believable. When he's not and he's doing his moany goth thing, like, bro, this isn't the Crow. It's like and some of that is Matt Reeves' tone of the movie. I think as he gets to deeper villains, he's gonna have to be more physically imposing. Like, he's gonna have to look more intimidating, as MoFly Productions said, as opposed to just kind of like meandering about in the darkness. Like, this is not enough, I don't think, but it's just me.
I will allow Scott Adkins as the new Batman as long as he wears the fat suit from John Wick 4.
From John Wick 4.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the dude. He was the dude. Yeah.
The big guy. Yeah.
That was fun.
I'm hoping they're trying to have Pattinson grow into the Bruce Wayne we know. Is that the direction they're going in?
We'll see. I mean, so I gave them a little bit of the first movie because this is like year 1, year 2 Batman. So this is like still trying to find himself, depressed over his parents' death, trying to, get out of his own psychosis. I guess that plays into Reeves' first film. I need more. I need more billionaire playboy-ish, because that is kind of the double-sided coin nature of the character, right? Like, he is naturally gloomy and dark and kind of secluded, but that's Batman. Bruce Wayne can't be that way if he's going to continue to keep up that persona. He has to be seen. He needs to be dating women, driving fast cars, having expensive dinners, not hiding out in his basement tinkering, right? Like, right now, he's the easiest guy to spot as Batman. You rich as hell. Your parents are dead. You be looking mopey and depressed every time we see you in the public. You're the most obvious Batman suspect there is right now, bro. There is no hiding at all. That was my biggest complaint about the Reeves Batman so far. But I think he does well emoting for the Batman character. He does need to fill out a bit still. His Bruce Wayne is struggling though. Definitely struggling.
The end of the movie shows that he realizes he needs to be more of a extrovert version of Bruce Wayne. And only thing with Scott is that he's basically 50.
Yeah, I mean, the extrovert version of Wayne is I'm not a huge Batman comic guy, so if that's more known to Batman guys, I guess I'll butt on that one. But the more prevalent Batman, more popular version of Batman is a two-sided coin, right? He is Batman, but he is also Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is a different animal. Bruce Wayne holds up the veil so that Batman can do his work. And if that's not going to happen, then it's going to lead to I'm not going to know what to expect from him, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's different.
Got it. Anything else for Behind the Cape?
I think that was everything, man. Give us your thoughts on, everything we talked about here today. Of course, as you have been doing, we appreciate the comments. Like, share, and subscribe as always. We do this every Sunday. We'll have some clips posted from the weekend stream throughout the week, mostly for Behind the Cape, probably later in the week. But come back and join us every Sunday for another Behind the Cape episode.
Absolutely. And make sure you subscribe. We will be dropping another Behind the Cape every Thursday. All right. I'm ready for W's and L's whenever you are.
Yeah, just talk to the people for about 3-4 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes is
you got
insane. That's crazy.
Talking for 3 to 4 minutes is insane.
Yeah, considering I thought you had your W's and L's ready.
How did you think that, Josh? How did you think that?
I thought you came ready. I thought you showed up with everything just ready. You know what I mean?
Except that is not what I told you. But it's cool.
Great. No, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that. You did not.
I will take the flogging. It is all right.
No, I just assumed like, we're both W's and L's professionals. You know what I mean?
Shocker knows what I'm talking about. Like he needs to start spending cash. He needs to look like a irresponsible billionaire playboy.
Now let's talk about the diddler.
Oh boy,
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. No, you talk to him. Oh.
Chat. What do y'all? Did anybody see the RDC short movie, little short feature film that they created? I'm interested in everybody's thoughts. Let me see if I can pull up a trailer on it. So I thought it was pretty good for what they were, trying to get across. How do I share this? Present. Let's see the trailer. Wow.
Want to keep your hairline where it is? Through
yes, I want to keep my hairline where it is.
Best for
Thanks.
Want to keep your hairline where it is?
Till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke clears out, am I high? Perhaps I'ma rip this till my bones.
This is an actual trailer.
Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke clears out, am I high? Perhaps I'ma rip this till my bones. Till the roof. Till I come.
I don't know if that was an actual trailer or somebody just kind of put clips together of it. No, this is 3 weeks ago. That was probably an actual trailer. Anyway, I thought it was pretty good. I thought for the resources that they have, and I know I think they have access to like an actual film studio and all that stuff, but it didn't seem like the special effects were too cheesy, anything crazier than I expected. I thought it was pretty good. Told a pretty good story, had some twists in there. The acting from the people who weren't a part of RDC was pretty good. If you get a chance, man, check it out. It's on their YouTube channel. I like that it was a fantasy story about Black people that didn't focus on the fact that they were Black. 100%. 100%. I agree.
Dope.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes, so it's not a hard watch at all. And I say go out and check it out if you get a chance to. Obviously.
Wait, did I go first last week?
You did not go first last week.
You sure?
You made me go first, despite the fact that I went first the first time.
Nah, I think it was your time to go first, but it's my time to go first this week. So, all right.
Yeah.
Continue talking. It's okay. It's okay. You got it.
Wait, so you're going first?
I will be.
Yeah, look at God. Anyway, are you ready?
Nope.
Oh, I thought that was
I'm almost there.
All right. RDC does great work. They've been making skits since I was in 4th grade. Yeah, I mean, they've just been leveling up. Like I think that's been apparent. I think their skits have been leveling up. I think the content that they've been putting out can't ever give an L to RDC World. Shador Sanders for the dub. Did they win? Who'd they beat?
He threw a Hail Mary to force overtime, and then Baylor fumbled the ball out of the end zone.
Baylor, that's
Lose
right.
the game.
Okay. Damn. I don't think I remember Marcus going first. He went first last week. Oh, no, I went first last week. He went first 2 weeks ago, but I edited it to make him go first because his story was better.
Okay, this sounds crazy.
I'll prove it. I'm on the computer right now. I'll prove it.
Nah, it's all good, cuz.
Oh, okay.
It's all good, cousin. Because I believe I am about ready. I screamed at Angela Wright last week. I sure did.
You did.
Okay, yeah, I'm good to go.
RDC needs a show. They too funny. Yeah, I mean, I think they're leveling up to get to that point. And I think the Imagine That film is one of the things they're working on to get to that level. Anyway, W's and L's, a weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. It's on you.
All right. First of all, no. No.
Already seeing Mr. Beast collab is crazy.
No.
Mr. Beast is Beast is collabing with Logan Paul and
keep the family
KSI.
Safe. keep the family safe. He got too much shit going on right now. He got a situation. All right, here we go. I only got one dub this week. You know who my one dub is going out to? Shine. Shout out to Shine for finally saying the quiet part out loud, for just telling us plainly what we always speculated was happening or had happened. But you know, now we heard it out of the horse's mouth that Diddy, according to Shine, set this man up, got the witnesses lined up against him, and basically made him take the charge. Right? This was not, it wasn't even the more favorable story that some people will try to tell, that, you know, he paid Shine $1 million and made sure that he was taken care of left for life. No, he just ruined this man's life and made him the fall guy. But in any case, man, that stuff eventually comes back around some way, shape, or form. And Diddy's bail has been denied twice now. So yeah, he's also on USide watch. The same thing that Mr.
Unalive watch.
Unalive watch, yeah. Same thing Epstein was on, you know, before he fell down, you know, or whatever happened in a place where nothing is supposed to be able to kill you. And that's but so watch out for that. Thoughts on Diddy and Shine? Well, no, we were talking about Shine because I know you got more to talk about with him, but we can talk about Shine.
Yeah, no, I have the clip if you want to show the clip of Shine talking about it. I didn't know if you wanted to include that here.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Pull it
up. Present. Come on with it. Boom.
When I was a 18-year-old kid.
Okay, first of all, before we get into the clip, Shine looking like Barack Obama, and then
crazy, right? Like he's looking presidential.
All this. Very crazy. Very crazy.
No, but I think he is I do think he holds some sort of office in
Belize
or Belize. That's where Belize.
Yeah.
You know, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave, I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And that
went a birthday with him once.
I
saw a birthday cake.
I went again to do a charity event for impoverished youth in London.
That's the sick part to me. That they tried to like connect him to Diddy even after the fuck. Like, fam, how much more proof do we need?
With and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on, and for the better interest of Belize, because he was in a position at that time to give scholarships and to maybe invest.
You know, Shine wasn't even with Diddy for that long.
I
feel like there was a much longer space of him. I believe he studied Judaism, so I think he became Jewish at one point, and then, you know, the politician thing, like all that time is way longer than the time that he was with Diddy.
Like,
everything that I remember after Diddy for him is much longer.
And then again, let us not forget anything that the reporter was over there trying to add. Oh, I saw you at a party, fam. Anything that resulted in our relationships or our business dealings after that moment came as a result of that moment. And I am blatantly telling you, this man ruined my life. Now, if you can't put two and two together and realize that this is some sort of hush payment or keep being quiet and I'll put money here, I'll invest money there, then maybe you in the wrong profession. Maybe you're in the wrong profession. But it's clear as day to me that somebody who owes you may just happen to do things for you. Somebody who has dirt on you may get a favor here and there.
Yeah. Where did Sean pick up that accent from? I mean, after so long of living in a place, you just kind of develop the accent.
He's from Belize, right?
Was he actually from there, or was he from New York and then went back down there? I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows, bro?
And then, of course, Chillmonger with the Mr. Beast. Anyway, but yeah, no, crazy story. But it's a story of triumph for Shine. So shout out to him for explaining that thoroughly.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. I am moving on to is it Michael Key? Is that Key's name from Key and Peele?
Keegan Michael Key.
Keegan Michael Key. There we go. Keegan Michael Key. All right, let's read this post from Discussing Film. We can go ahead and get into it now.
Do you got it, or am I doing it?
Go ahead. You can do it.
I think I got to do it.
Yeah, you already got the thing up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. No.
Yikes.
There we go. I was like, oh nope.
All right. So what do they say here? They say Keegan Michael Key says he and Jordan Peele don't see each other much anymore. Our evolution, I think, is tied to both of what our desires are. His desire was to start exploring horror genre, and my desire was to do more dramatic work like I've been trained to do in school. Let me tell you, folks, this is absolute horseshit. It's malarkey.
Damn, that's horseshit.
Fam, is there not a merit? Let's work this through, right? Okay. So Keegan Michael Key is a trained dramatic actor. Lost on me, right? Because the last thing I remember him being good in, he was fucking toting a kitty around. Okay.
We're talking about Keanu?
Keanu, yes. The fucking cat. So excuse the hell out of me, Keegan. But I just wasn't getting classical dramatic actor. I'm not getting very much A24 vibe from your picks in which you're choosing to act in. Number one. And number two, even if I take you at your word, does a classically trained dramatic actor not have room or a role in the horror genre?
It could. The way I see it is they kind of wanted to do their own separate
Hopkins
things.
Does very well in horror. I think he did pretty well. Yeah, and two different franchises, right? He did The Omen and he did fucking Hannibal. Are you trying to tell me that classically trained dramatic actors don't have a place, don't have room? And then, not to mention, Homeboy is like a titan in that space right now. So I'm thinking probably there's a rift. There's got to be a rift somewhere. This smells like Keenan and Kel. We just don't mess with each other no more, but it's all love. No, bullshit. Because if that's where you were trying to go, which I'm not even all that convinced that that's what he wants to do full time, because those aren't the roles that he takes. But if that's what you wanted to do, you could absolutely find a place acting with your boy Jordan Peele, because he has those roles.
Well, apparently he's been doing some Broadway acting recently, so
okay.
Maybe
if you wanted to be on Broadway instead of being in Hollywood, fam, you wouldn't be in Hollywood. Are you telling me that you can't act in horror movies because you're too busy on Broadway?
And doing
no
Barack
ever.
Obama.
Yeah, doing Barack Obama impressions or James Franklin impressions.
Actually, I feel like I seen him host something recently. Some kind of game show or something.
The point is, don't tell me that you can't go to the big leagues because you're too busy doing something else. That just don't. You could just say nothing. You could just say nothing. You could say no comment.
Somebody asked him that question.
And you can say no comment. You can say no comment.
That seems kind of even more shady. Jordan Peele, no comment.
Oh, we just went in different directions. He's a serious director, and I like to do drama. But that seems like it would go together. Oh, but he's horror. I'm drama. Well, a lot of horror movies are infinitely dramatic. It seems like a part of the recipe of a good horror film. Anywho, he took me with that. Y'all can let me know what you think about Keegan Michael Peele's excuse.
Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. I don't know why I put their names together like that. Keegan Michael Key's excuse of why him and Jordan don't work together more. I think somebody fucked up, I think somebody fucked up. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, it doesn't even say that they don't work together. It says that they don't see each other much anymore. So that's
which implies that they don't work together.
Well, sure, but I meant
that's the more important part for me. I mean, their personal relationship is what it is. That's probably feeding into what I'm saying. Like, if y'all don't even see each other anymore,
yeah, it's even crazier.
You know what I mean? There's probably
deeper, darker.
Like, you know what? You make a great point. They don't see each other anymore because your work doesn't align. Fam, how long have we worked in the same industry? Never. We've never worked in the same industry. So what is your work have to do with your personal relationships? That is even more bullshit than I thought it was before I start breaking this down.
Yeah, seeing each other much anymore is insane.
He was Toad in Mario. He was fucking Toad in Mario. Yes, serious, very dramatic roles. Yeah, very dramatic.
Very dramatic.
Dwayne McDuffie had the same dad and have never met. Whoa, for real? That's a fun fact. They have the same dad and never met. Well, but Dwayne McDuffie is R.I.P. Of course.
Yeah.
But damn, I wouldn't have wanted that to be my long lost brother and not have met him. That's tragic. I think he left him too. I think he left him too. I think that's the quiet part that isn't getting said out loud.
I mean, he had to.
He does a lot of funny roles. I think he's a typecast. If you I've never seen him in dramatic actor serious role. I haven't either. I don't know what he's talking about. For the life of me, I have no clue what he's talking about.
That's because you guys don't watch Broadway plays.
They can come back and make Keanu too. And I will watch it because they're gold. They're money together for sure.
Yikes.
All right. Let's move on to Jamie and Jerry. Ugh. Yeah, we got caught up in some nastiness. Yeah, we got some nasty. I don't even think we can play it. I don't want to take the risk. But we can describe what happened. Oh, we can play it with the sound off. We can kind of play it with the sound. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Jamie Foxx was at a Cowboys practice, y'all. He was sitting right next to Jerry Jones recording. Jerry Jones is listing off some physical traits of his athletes. Remember now, when you laugh at people or you tell them that they're being overdramatic when they tell you that football in some ways mirrors slavery in the dynamics and the power structures, right? So this man is talking about, he's a monster, 6'3", 245 pounds. He's got 9-inch hands, 8-inch wingspan, 8.5-inch rooster. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, excuse me? Is this a slave auction block? I'm trying to find. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. Why do you know?
Why do you care?
Why do you care? Why did you say that? Sitting next to us, it also kind of peeks into this another example on this whole Diddy shit, because like how people can say that around someone who's not in your organization, holding his device, like holding his phone. Like the potential of that getting out to people is infinite, and you are so high up on your horse, you're untouchable. Now, this is literally a man who was in the crowd protesting the Little Rock 6,
right.
Way back when he's that old. So it's not that off brand. Obviously, it's not off brand at all. But just the free flowing nature of how they talk about black dudes. These athletes that they're paying millions of dollars. Sure, yeah, no, we'll make them rich, but you mine. You're mine. I know every bit about you. And I'm gonna flaunt it to other people to brag about it, like it's mine, like I can detach it, I can take it off and put it on me.
Yeah, there's just so much already out there about Jerry Jones that it's just like, what are we doing?
Hey,
why are you being so sloppy about whatever it is that you're doing? Like you would think you would be much more careful about information just getting out there about whatever it is. I don't know what. But
was Jamie going live or did he just post that?
I think it was live, and then they turned the live off.
And they turned it off when he said that. Yeah,
he was like, "They're not going to Shannon Sharp me. I'm just going to turn this off real quick."
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was about to give him some props for posting it, but if he was just going live, he ain't really had no control over it. Like, why?
I don't think he wanted anybody to hear that.
First of all, why in the fuck would you say that at all? But then why would you say that and you know I got my phone on me? That's again just no self-awareness at all.
Yeah.
Where we at here? Ooh, if we've got any New York residents, your mayor's about to get locked up next to Diddy. He gonna be sharing a cell with the dealer.
Damn.
Diddy gonna be using that baby oil on Eric Adams.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eric Adams is involved in this in some way, shape, or form.
Man,
I mean,
I don't
just being
know.
a New York mayor, but
he's getting hammered. First of all, New York has to be the most corrupt place in the country. It got to be, because not only is the mayor under FBI investigation, but the police chief just resigned. Right? And listen to how comical for the reason as to why the police chief resigned. He resigned because his twin brother ran, right? We got the police chief and the twin brother. His twin brother runs a firm. You know what this firm does?
PR.
They go to nightclubs. They go to bars. They go to other social places in New York. And they help them with, type of, the stuff that they encounter with agencies, different governmental agencies and auditors and surveyors and stuff like that, noise complaints, a lot of red tape when you run a business in downtown New York. You know what I mean? You gotta have somebody help you navigate to that. So for a modest fee, the twin brother of the police chief will help you get out of your legal troubles that you're having with your business.
Corruption.
Fam, they're sticking these niggas up for a fee. They're sticking these niggas up for a fee.
Corruption.
That's the police chief's brother. The police chief that was appointed by Eric Adams, because they've had 3 in the last 3 years. I don't know what the hell going on in New York. Now, Eric Adams has a bunch of corruption stuff going on with him. I don't even know what his deal is. But like, the reason why I'm giving him the L is because even though he's already subject of a federal investigation, everybody around him seems to be getting snatched up, which tells me they're probably zeroing in on him. Like, if everybody around you getting locked up and you already under investigation. Okay. Yeah. This isn't a coincidence, is it? This is not a coincidence.
It's a wrap for you, boy.
Yeah, man. Watch out, New York. I hope you guys you'll hold it down. Hold on, let's see if we can actually see what the investigation is over.
You need me to I'll just remove it real quick.
Or yeah, you can do it too. Right.
I'll just removing the thing. So you
yeah.
Go ahead.
What is he under investigation for?
Facts.
Has been issued a federal grand jury subpoena as part of an investigation into corruption and illegal campaign donations. Oh, well, that's easy to figure, according to sources familiar with the matter. Illegal campaign donations. Now, I wonder the long laundry list of people it could be of New York who's who's that could have given money to Eric Adams illegally. I mean, the list is a mile long. Gotta be. Oh, yes, she is. First of all, she been on his back
For the
his
past 2
entire
years.
reign. Yeah, his
And
entire
then
reign.
some.
You.
Yeah, I
But-
saw that. But I mean,
Yes.
you have to
absolutely.
be.
Yes, you have to be. My last L I'm giving out is going out to Myron. Myron is having a hard time finding himself, y'all. He is having such a hard time. Like,
yeah, Myron.
his channels are dying. He's getting banned from all these platforms. He's nowhere near as popular. His entire genre is almost non-existent on the platform anymore. But he's trying to find, new places to feel at home. He's trying to find new places to bring him in so he can grow his community. And he's just not having very good luck at all, man. Like,
He didn't get that with Homeboy, where he was calling black people gorillas and apes and all that bullshit.
No. He didn't get that. I
Chico?
think that was when he was doing the whole KKK stuff. And
That
the
was a
gorilla
while
stuff.
ago, but
Yeah, no. I
like
think
that
it
was perfect for him.
I think it was a precursor. I think it was a precursor for where he wanted to eventually go anywhere. Now he's just hopping into whites only Twitter spaces and arguing with people about why he should be there. Yeah, no, it's really heartbreaking, man. I watched him argue with a Mexican over who's whiter. Well, not watched, but it was their voices. But yes, yeah, there's a clip of him going back and forth with a Mexican who's telling him that he's a sand ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And then he calls him Jorge. It was a very funny exchange. Calls him Jorge. He says, "You're not even white. You're Mexican." And then the other guy responds back and says, "Oh, but my DNA test is online." Is your DNA test online, Myron? So now they're up in their 23andMe like a Glock. DNA. Anglo-Saxon,
That's
baby.
Crazy.
I'm Anglo-Saxon Latino. Hey, fam.
I'm 15% English. Pow, pow.
Fighting your way into a racist space, like demanding that you have room to be in a space, like they straight
They
up
don't want
asked
either
this
one of
man,
y'all.
Doc. They asked him plain and simple. They said, "Yeah, it's cool. You've been hating on the Jews lately," because I guess that's probably his new angle with the genocide that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, yeah, you're hating on the Jews right now. You're doing it. He actually said, "You're doing a good job hating on the Jews," is what he said. You're doing a good job hating on the Jews. But once we get them out of here, what are you going to do? You can't stay here either. That goes worse. That's what sparked the whole fight. He said, "What are you going to do? Because you can't stay here." And he's like, "Oh, here he goes doing this again." He's like, "No, see, this is why we can't work with them. This is why, because they think they can stay." I just couldn't imagine having anybody talk to me like that and
That's
then
crazy.
like willingly put myself in that space with them
And demand to be in there.
Can anybody explain to me how the whites only space exists on Twitter at all? Like we don't.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I just wanted
Elon
somebody
Musk.
else to say it besides me. Oh my goodness. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we clicked on it at the same time.
Gara of the Sand, because he's Gara of the Sand is crazy.
I wish I could laugh with you. Anyway.
That's not nothing else.
All right. So that's everything for you?
That's it for me.
All right. This should well, some of these things are going to be quick. Some of these things we're going to talk about. And I also have a Diddy related L, so there's that. All right, let's start off with my dubs. First dub I'm going to give is to Future for mixtape Pluto. Got a chance to listen to it. It's not as good as We Don't Trust You or We Still Don't Trust You, but still one of them ones that I'm throwing up there for a great 2024 run for Future.
Shout out to the Prophet.
You know what I mean? And doesn't nobody can be Future like Future, between being misogynistic but then also being a simp. It's crazy. Future is both, all in one. And aside from Drake, I don't know anybody who can do
who can wear that many hats.
You know what I mean? Insanely misogynistic, but insanely simp at the same time.
What did Michael Eric Dyson do?
I seen Michael Eric Dyson recently on the Breakfast Club, but I can't remember what he did.
Oh yeah,
But I think he talked about Drake.
He did talk
That's
about
what I
Drake.
saw.
I forgot it. That was the last time I heard from him. He was like, "Oh, I'm trying to take his blackness away." First of all,
talked about Drake multiple times actually. So
but that he chose a weird angle for the Kendrick beef. That was the last time I saw him.
What are you talking about, bro?
Is there something more recent that we should be paying attention to?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. All right, I'm giving a dub to Damola Adamalakin. I heard it on the interview and I wanted to make sure I got it right. And I don't think I got it right, but let me get into it.
Who is this? There
is an institution in America that was falling and failing. And, I just started to feel bad because I couldn't do anything to support said institution.
Yes. Thank you for picking this up.
Because from where I am, I don't know if I can support it the way I wanted to. And then comes in a 35-year-old Nigerian man by the name of Damola Adamalakin.
Bless him. God bless him.
Previous CEO of PF Chang decided to come in and help Red Lobster out of their bankruptcy. And now we can enjoy those Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Fam, that is amazing. And first of all, this is not the first time something like this has happened, because a young black man bought Fuddruckers a few years, was it like 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Got them out of bankruptcy too. I like this trend. I have no idea what the logistics are, how much it's going to cost to buy a business from out of bankruptcy. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
If that is a pathway that's kind of like an alternative to franchising for black people, man, hey, look, find you a struggling business, go interface with them, see how they are financially. I don't know how that works, but that seems like it would be a healthy alternative to franchising, where a lot of times you have to have, a lot of liquid capital up front for a lot of these places, or wait on a waiting list that you'll never get chosen off of, like Chick-fil-A. So
I see a world where you can fix some of the things that were plaguing Red Lobster. Pricing.
Well, I didn't like where he started. He said we're not going to be doing unlimited shrimp. I said, now, not at all. You're not even going to do it for a month, like ever. Hold on, man.
Let them cook.
I anticipate them probably leaning a little bit more into the seafood boil kind of craze that's going on now. I think that number one, that market, that genre of seafood killed them. Because it became I don't think they were necessarily spending as much on the cost, but the presentation, the creativeness and the way that you serve it, it was an experience you were no longer getting from Red Lobster. Red Lobster, when we were kids, was a premier seafood experience. We had no idea that we were eating the blandest seafood you could probably ever have. We didn't know he was eating white people food. We didn't know he was eating white people food. But it just wasn't, at least for us up here, up north or in the Midwest, seafood options is very, you don't trust that many people with seafood. You know how far I got to travel to get here, especially if you're not up in Sandusky or Cleveland or anything like that, up along the water.
With any kind of fresh water,
yeah. So Red Lobster was that expensive dinner experience that you expected to have a really good seafood meal from. And slowly but surely, once other restaurants start digging into that market and presenting other options to an Admiral's Feast, where you got to eat, 5 different fried options and leave bloated like a pig, or it almost hurts my heart to say this, but bland ass crab legs. There was never any seasoning on the crab leg, boiled in plain water with a side of butter. And if anybody tried to offer you up crab legs that way today, you would send that shit back.
Facts.
You would send that shit back. So I think he does have to lean a little bit harder into that, while not losing the sit down menu aspect of the business, because that's what Red Lobster is known for.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to see what he does.
I don't think he's going to sell it like Jay-Z does, for the simple fact that he's apparently done this with PF Chang's, and PF Chang's is turned turned up. So
yeah,
under his reign. So we'll see. Mr. YouTube's got a explanation for Dyson.
What's that?
He's got an explanation for what happened with Michael Eric Dyson.
Got caught trying to make a pass at a Republican who he had called racist for mispronouncing Kamala Harris' name. He was trying to hit. That's crazy. So he was trying to hit on a woman that he called out for calling Kamala Harris's name wrong.
It's pretty crazy.
First of all, if you're doing that, I'm not going to have a political discourse with you. You're not a serious person. It doesn't mean you're not smart. It doesn't mean you don't have knowledge. It means that your focus is on punitive things like pronunciation, as opposed to anything material. We're not even remotely on the same page if you're fighting over the pronunciation of her name with me. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. It's ridiculous. It's nonsensical. There are people who are broke, dying, destitute. Do you think they give a shit whether or not you say Kamala or Kamala? No one gives a fuck but you. And that's a place of privilege that comes from for you to even say that type of shit. People going through the stuff that they're going through, and you want to stand on business over her name. Fam, go take a walk on the Broad Street Bridge, please.
Yikes. All right. On to my L's. All right. So from one CEO that I gave a dub to a company that I had to give an L to because of their CEO. So first of all, Nike's CEO decided to leave. I don't know if that's connected to this whole Diddy thing.
Oh, not just Nike CEO,
but it was around there's a shit ton of CEOs and all sorts of stuff.
A lot of record executives.
Yeah.
We see you, Kevin. Mr. Lyles.
Mr. Lyles is crazy. So yeah, the CEO decided to leave around that same time, and so who knows? But they're flaunting their new CEO and the story behind him, and I feel like this would only work for a certain group of people. Let's go through this man's LinkedIn, shall we?
Not his LinkedIn.
That's what they're posting. All right, so we've got Elliot Hill, the new CEO, was announced as Nike CEO yesterday. He joined the company as a sales intern in 1988, which we have here, intern, apparel sales representative, and he has worked for Nike for 32 years and retired in 2020 as the president and consumer marketplace. And now he returns as the CEO. Do you think that would also happen for a black person working for a company for 32 years?
Like if you work, retire, and they just come back and snatch you back up and be like, hey, run the company, bro.
That would never, ever happen for a black person in the same situation. I don't like the story. I'm not a fan of it. But hey, if Elliot Hill can, not pursue litigation against black creators for, shoes that may be similar to theirs, maybe I can get behind Elliot Hill. But for now, the story, I'm just not into it. And I just don't think
it has been worse. It's been worse. You could have the guy who's been around for decades retire, handpick his replacement, right? And then Game of Thrones style oust him to take his spot back. You could be that.
Facts.
It could be worse.
Facts.
Could be worse.
This is facts, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the story, and it is what it is. So Nike, do better.
All right, Joey Swole, do better. Mind your own business. His eyes are so intense, bro. Homie be like, mind your own business.
That's
better.
That's the enhancements. I don't know if he's doing.
I don't know, bro. It might be something because homie, he'd be wired at like 8 a.m. making these videos. Be like, you're just going to sit there and say that to him while he's trying to work out. You need to be checked. Someone needs to tell you about yourself. Do better. Mind your own business. It's like Undertaker giving you a stern talking to.
Okay, here's 3 thoughts on what that could be. It could be steroids, and I'm not saying it is. It could be coke. But here's what I really think it is. Insanely good pre-workout. It's all 3 the same thing.
I was about to say, I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, I don't know the difference.
Pre-workout is coke. Legal coke that they can sell to you. So it could be pre-workout. Maybe he's just really excited for his next workout.
That is hilarious.
Again, joking if he's watching.
Shout out to Joey Swole. Yeah, shout out to Joey Swole. I enjoy the content.
All right. So I don't have a video or any kind of thing to show with this, but we've obviously been talking about Diddy and him getting arrested and all the fallout that comes from that. We've even talked about the CEOs and all that stuff. I'm giving an L to certain Black users on Twitter who seem to think that the logical next step is to go after Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's the next step. Go after Jay-Z and Beyonce. Fam, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here, like if they did anything wrong, they did something wrong and go get them. That's cool. I want bigger and better and hopefully not black. Can we focus on that, please? There's got to be a huge.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that those names are easily identifiable, but it doesn't get you upwards. It doesn't work you vertical up the vehicle of this nastiness, right? Like, even if y'all get Jay-Z and Beyonce, you just got another Diddy. You just got another Diddy. What people continue to miss, they missed it on Epstein, they missed it on Weinstein, they missing it now on Diddy, they missed it on R. Kelly. These folks are not self-made. They are not self-propelled. They don't make a way for themselves in these industries. Facts. People are chosen to be as popular as they are in these industries. There is a part of it that is, self-talent and whatever work you apply to it. But by and large, if you become the biggest anything in any one of these entertainment industries, somewhere along the way, somebody decided for you to be there.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
And there's just no way that Diddy is running Mad Max a post-apocalyptic world on everybody's ass in Hollywood, and none of his bosses knew about it. There's no way.
I'll do you one better there. Diddy got his position at Bad Boy after working for Andre Harrell, who is Clive Davis. It's right there. It's right there.
Like, come on, man. Like it is. It's very much so, very obvious. But when you look at the charges, they made this man up with everything: sex trafficking, prostitution, racketeering, conspiracy, or extortion, everything except for RICO. Now, tell me how he has his hands, drug trafficking as well. He's got his hands in all these different pots. He's making money. He's got different arms, different divisions of this organization, and they're all making money under the guise of this criminality. Now, how doesn't that spell a RICO to you? All of the RICO charges that they trying to throw on these rappers, and Diddy doesn't get a RICO charge? That says to me that you're not interested in prosecuting up. You're not interested in looking at how he became to be empowered to do this. This man been in the record business since he was like 21 years old. How did a 21-year-old force himself into a white man's industry and dominated with the type of criminality that he has for this long?
You know what's crazy about that is there is a certain era of Bad Boy, a very long one now that I think about it, that it was basically just Diddy as an act on Bad Boy, and anybody else wasn't getting any real press. It was just him for like the longest. It would be Diddy, and then it'd be Diddy Dirty Money, and then that was an entire 20 years of Bad Boy. And yet, you want me to believe that was a successful business label? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He was doing something else on the side to maintain his lifestyle.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Just saying. Insane. All right. My last L I saw it in your bookmarks. I was a little scared. I thought it was coming. Let me see if I can get this first clip up. Oh no, I got another L. Sorry. You know what? Let me talk about this L first then. I got an L for a coffee shop in DC by the name of Can of Coffee. Oh, these are, let me get this link over. Sorry, I'm prepared, clearly. So I felt really weird about this because I'm bigging up
These
black
Walmart
people
deodorants will leave you
in
slow.
business. Come on, stop with the ads, please. I felt really weird because I'm sitting here talking about black business and stuff like that. I'm talking about the Nigerian who's bigging up for Red Lobster and all that stuff. But then we've got a situation here where this coffee shop owner berates this Uber Eats driver. And I just thought it was insane.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen this video.
Because karma came around for this guy. Okay, here we go.
Allegedly berating an Uber delivery driver just for speaking Spanish. Now police are investigating.
You bid money to America, learn English.
This is the moment the owner of Canna Coffee on Florida Avenue in Northwest DC yells at
Jesus
Uber
Christ.
food delivery.
Yes, maybe not. Maybe I don't want you to see it.
My boy was just watching the video by himself, y'all. He didn't want to talk.
I was trying to find the actual spot in the video.
Not want us to watch the video.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Why are they blocking out the dude that was yelling at him's face and not the victim of the berating?
Which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Fox 5 Washington D.C.
This isn't you bid money to America, learn English.
This is the moment the owner of Canna Coffee on Florida Avenue in Northwest DC yells at Uber food delivery driver Gregorio Amundaray because he doesn't speak English. The video is going viral on TikTok with more than 1 million views.
Okay, so you get the gist of it. Basically, bro just went off on this guy because he wouldn't speak English. His business got closed down because of the health department. Like right after that.
Wow,
it's kind of amazing how quickly karma comes back for your ass. And I at that point, because it happened so soon after the video went viral, somebody in the health department saw that shit and went and started looking around and said, "Hey, your restaurant's not up to code. Deal with that."
That's funny. That is
Which
funny.
is also another thing that
he said one of his homeboys. He said, "Little do you know, my homie, my bato is health inspector. He be by tonight, Holmes. He be by tonight."
Do you think anybody went to the East Side nurse, the girl on the East Side? You think anybody went over there and checked things out and saw?
No, they called.
After she called.
They organized an effort to call Care Source and have them dropped as a provider.
Okay, well that's good at least. All right. Okay, yeah, that was an impromptu L. I forgot about that. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, no, this might have been a couple months ago actually. At this point, we were talking about the B. And we were discussing 616 in LA. And I told you I saw a video from What's the Dirt that was eye-opening on some of the things that I did not know about the track that he made. And I thought he did a good job of researching. And I still stand by that. Right? I think 616 in LA, his breakdown of that shed a lot of light on things I didn't know. Like the one little teenage white girl who had came out and was like, "Oh, I was on Drake's yacht in France." And it made some of those allegations a little bit clearer for me. And so I felt like, okay, he did his research. He found some things that I didn't know about it. And so great job. What's the Dirt then came out with one for Family Matters, Drake. And he just came out with this last week. And I decided to take a look at it. It was 2.5 hours long. In comparison to the 616 in LA, 16 in LA was like 30 minutes, I believe. It might have been an hour. It was somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour. Family Matters being 3 times as long probably warrants 2.5 hours, or so I thought, at least. Fam, if this whole breakdown wasn't just speculation of things that he thought, so much so that at one point he says, Drake says the N-word 37 times for every year that he's been alive. You didn't research this song, did you? There's no way you researched this song and that's the conclusion you came up with. But okay.
He says the N-word 37 times.
He literally said that in the breakdown. That's when I knew. I was like, this is not going to be the same thing. This is
Damn. So wait, is this the dude? He kind of does it with him off screen because shows clips of the video as he's breaking it down. Is that him? Same
Yes.
guy. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So I should give him an L for that, but we're going to get even deeper and further.
Uh-oh.
So okay, I watched that and I felt like, okay, this is a big pile of shit. Like compared to 616 in LA, he clearly did not do his research, and much of this is speculation. Right? The biggest things that I expected to see from the Family Matters breakdown would be more information about Whitney, right? And their relationship between Kendrick and Whitney, and then the Dave Free thing, because I felt like those are the biggest things that Drake said in that diss, right? Those are supposed to be the red button. Like when it came to the relationship aspect with Whitney, it was like he didn't even understand like certain cultural aspects. Like I know a lot of niggas who got baby mamas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in those relationships, niggas always feel like they are borderline entitled to their baby mom at any point, right? Like it's like, look, like I know I can always get some get back with my baby mom at any point, right? That's just how some niggas are when it comes to her, and she better not be fucking around with anybody else. It was a whole thing that I could tell he just did not understand about certain aspects of the culture or what some niggas are even like.
Why can't Kendrick's ex be with Dave Free? What's wrong with that? It was like that kind of thing. Like, who would be so wrong about him being with Dave Free?
Kendrick literally said, like, there's like a clip from a Breakfast Club interview, and Kendrick literally said, like, and my baby mama, or he didn't say my baby mama. He was like, and she ain't hit nothing else, or something like that. Like, and she ain't fucking nobody else, basically. Like, he literally said that during the Breakfast Club interview. And so it made me think, like, oh, that's what type of nigga Kendrick is, right? And I don't look at that as a negative personality trait. I just see that as he that type of nigga. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how he give it up. And he was using this to try to be like, well, supposedly he's been with Whitney since high school. Well, maybe he has been with Whitney since high school. Maybe they've been on again, off again since high school. That's how I kind of see it at this point.
It's not
and he was trying to make it seem like Kendrick has been holding up this relationship with his baby mom since high school, and he's supposed to be this good guy because he's been doing it since high school, right? Well, maybe he just hasn't been in a relationship that you thought he's been in. Maybe they've just been kind of working on things since high school. Like, it's just little shit like that where it's just like you're painting this narrative of him, and this is all speculation. This is no longer research. That's kind of the point of
it's like these are your ideas. This isn't, yeah.
And because you're not of the culture, you don't understand this shit. Okay.
Makes sense.
So this week, right? Because he posted that last week. This week, he posted on his Twitter, somebody by the name of the Company Man, aka Justin Hunt, a hip-hop journalist, a well-known hip-hop journalist. He had kind of criticized What's the Dirt's breakdown. He criticized pretty much the whole thing and what he didn't like about it. And so, of course, this nigga gets on Twitter. Or, I'm sorry, he's not a nigga. Of course, this white boy gets on Twitter and starts spouting out everything that was wrong with it. And to the point where he says this. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Here we go.
The N-word for 20 years.
So Justin says, and let me bring this back up. Justin basically is explaining how he and his family doesn't say the N-word in response to bro saying the whole 37 N-words.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
His response to bro saying, I haven't even said the N-word, and not all black people say the N-word. What's the Dirt's response to that was, I can kind of tell.
Yeah, okay. Now I understand what the attitude is and how that lends to the perspective.
You know what I mean? Like, you're clearly not of the culture, and at this point, you're a guest in the culture. So for you to be saying shit like this is, I can't even fathom where you would get the entitledness to come in here and say some shit like that. And that shit pissed me off.
The same place Jerry Jones got it from. His Dana.
That's crazy.
His Dana.
Crazy. That's crazy. And so I came in here like ready to like pull up all the shit and then beef with this nigga so hard. But the company man, Justin Hunt, came out with another video telling him where he was all wrong and basically telling him to sit down and shut the fuck up. And then What's the Dirt finally apologized. So I took my tone back a little bit, but I needed to explain why I'm giving What's the Dirt an L and why I will be no longer watching any of the breakdowns from What's the Dirt. Boom. It was a lot, but it was some bullshit. What's the Dirt is way outside of the culture if he thought that was an acceptable response. You feel me? Like, who are you to tell somebody that shit? White man. He called Kendrick and Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, a lot of the shit that he said in the Family Matters breakdown is completely wrong and bullshit. And I know Marte is going to find his way into these comments and try to argue with me, but there's just no way. There's just no way. He tried to milk the views after he got that algorithm boost after that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just seemed like it was so much more well-researched than Family Matters was. And at this point, you can't tell me that bro's not an undercover fan. I think he's from Canada. I think he's from Canada.
Fan, huh?
And then bro's got all this merch based off of the beef. It just looks bad. It looks bad.
I can see
like
that.
He's profiting off of black beef and violence in the music culture. Like, it just is, it's all bad. I can't stand any of it. So I'm giving What's the Dirt an L, and I'm no longer watching any of the breakdowns. Fuck that dude. And that's all I got.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, you know what to do. Give us your thoughts on everything we discussed here on Dubs and L's. Make sure you give us a like. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Give your own Dubs and L's. If we missed anything, put them in the prompt below. We are here every Wednesday is when these get posted, and we go live every Sunday for Dubs and L's. Make sure you come back and join us again.
Facts. Also, Zing Meadow. Facts, but Chill doesn't get any L's here. He's the one Canadian. Anyway, yeah, like you said, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all check out the playlist of W's and L's where we talk about things from previous weeks. Make sure you catch up on some of the things that we talked about. And then, like you said, make sure you join us when we talk on Sunday and do the live stream. And make sure you check out some of our other videos. All right, chat. It's been real. What's the Dirt is a crazy name. All right. Yep, it's been real. Unless you have anything else that you would like to say, Marcus.
That's it with me, man. I'm the hot chuck the deuces.
I bet. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.